fireworks. Can you make other things? Bows, arrows? I mean, would you want to?
Yes, that would be a good thing. We can find a place for me, and I can show your people how to make such things. In the years to come, the museum will have more than just words to keep.
The Ishi saga began August 28th, 1911. After the so-called capture of Ishi, the sheriff came in, they took him to the jail. Of course, the famous story is the father of California Indian Studies, Alfred Kroeber, became involved. And then ultimately Ishi was housed at the museum in Berkeley, where eventually he gave enough information for the development of the modern primitive archery movement, the father of Flintknapping, of modern Flintknapping, and so on. Classic Ishi notch is called a teardrop notch. It's close entry at the margin, and then it opens up into a teardrop shape. And though a lot of nappers do that now, it was very hard to discover the technique initially in Flintknapping, the history of Flintknapping. And once the technique is perfected, like anything, it's not extremely difficult. Now, Flintknapper Joe DeBill, who passed away a few years back, defined Ishi's points as beautiful and emanating from a functional aspect, rather than Ishi making them as an art, which he did because he did sell them and he wanted to be aesthetically pleasing. But from Joe's perspective, and him having made hundreds of these and hunted with them, it was an extremely functional projectile point from many aspects. And that functionality gave it the primitive beauty and delicate features, the attributes of side notches, the teardrop notches, and the diffuse pattern flaking. And that's why it's a classic point today made by the majority of flint knappers masters. But of course, the World Notching Contest, the Western Lithics World Notching Contest, is a contest that involves making Ishi points, and the guy with the closest entry into the notch wins the world championship. And that's we've been carrying that on for several years. But it just shows the influence from Ishi on the flint knapping community, and it's equal or more on the traditional and primitive archery.